What's good, fam? Teacher Eddie back with another reaction. And found a place to put that silver play button right up there. I know I got the green screen behind me, but hey, nailed up right behind me, that silver play button. Thank you guys once again for helping us get to that 100,000. And I'm doing an interesting video today. So as most of you probably know at this point, I do speak fluent Russian. I actually spoke Russian, only Russian, until I was about 5 years old and first went to school, even though I was born in America. I was born in Brooklyn, New York, still live in Brooklyn, New York, but nobody really spoke English in my household. And mainly, I grew up with my grandmother, so we spoke Ukrainian, we spoke Russian. So this is Americans Try Russian Holiday Foods. So I figured, hey, this makes perfect sense because number one, love to eat. Number two, know all about Russian food because that's what I grew up on. So let's see, number one, if because I'm going to critique the hell out of this. And they better show the authentic stuff here, man. I don't want to see no nonsense here. They better show all the authentic stuff. So let's get into this. Americans Try Russian Holiday Food.
No. I knew it.
It's hitting me more.
I'm a little nervous. My stomach is fickle. So
then why are you doing this?
Could end badly.
Oh, God.
I'm excited to have Americans try this food. I think it's an acquired taste, and some of the things are like very different. I actually don't like some of the dishes, but I'm excited to see what the people think.
Давай
Давай
кушай.
кушай.
Давай кушай.
Shite.
Давай кушать. Давай покушаем. Oh, I already know what that is, and that is delicious as all hell.
It looks kind of like if you like deep fried a mouse.
Yeah.
It's basically just...
I wouldn't call it kotleta. It's not really a kotleta. It's называется, то есть chicken Kiev. If you've ever like been in a restaurant, it's called chicken Kiev in most restaurants. Because you know, it's a popular dish for, you know, that was from Kiev. Kiev is in Ukraine as well. And basically what it is, it's a you take chicken, and inside the chicken, they wrap it with, you know, kind of almost like a rollatini with butter and herbs and spices inside. And then they bread it and then they fry it. And then so you cut into it and all that juice in the middle. Oh my God, it is so delicious. But it's not really a kotleta. A kotleta is more like, you know, like you would think of like a hamburger patty. So you basically take ground pork, veal, chicken, whatever it is, and you form it into more of an oval shape than a circular burger. And you just, you know, fry it up like you would a burger. So that would be a kotleta.
chicken wrapped in like breading, and there's just a chunk of butter inside.
And they sort of wrap it
with
around
garlic,
the bone, so it's like an empty bone, and they wrap it.
This was my
so good.
favorite thing as a kid.
So
I don't
good.
know how to best tackle this.
You just cut it down the middle, maybe?
Ooh, look at the grease.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, this is like one of those fucking infomercials that you see when they're trying to sell you knives and they're like, do you have trouble with this? And it's some idiot with a knife who's like trying to slice bread and it looks like a caveman trying to figure it out. It's a piece of meat, just slice into it. You don't have to be like, oh my God, what is this monstrosity?
Ooh, this is a good one.
It literally just spills
Oh
out
my
butter.
God,
So
look at
good,
this.
so good.
Ooh, butter.
So you see all the
There's
herbs
so
in
much
there?
butter in there.
Oh, here. All right, so, Nostrovia, it means to health.
It's like
It's delicious.
chicken noodle soup inside a chicken.
It is pretty standard. Like,
Yeah.
I'd eat it for lunch, I guess.
I want another piece.
Oh, this is standard. Oh, it's pretty basic. No, it is what it is. I mean, you know. But you wouldn't say na zdarovia right before eating, because that's more like a toast. You say na zdarovia like before you know, take a shot or something, right? You know, to your health. You know, it's like a toast. You wouldn't say it before you eat.
Me too.
That was amazing. We stand.
I like the crust. It takes a lot to chew it, though.
That's good, because it was the holidays. You don't have to talk about politics or family. You can just chew this a lot.
Ooh, Olivier. Yes. Okay. Now again, these aren't really holiday dishes because olivier is something you eat all the time, and it's basically potato salad. And you can make it in various ways, though. There are some versions of olivier that I do not like. Like one of the versions, they put eggs into it. Not a big fan of that one. There's another version of olivier where they put bologna in it, like chunks of bologna that are diced up. Don't like that one. I like standard olivier. As you can see, it's got some green peas there, a little bit of carrot, mayonnaise, of course, potatoes. But the best part are the pickles. Those diced up pickles give you that zing, that zing with the mayo and the potatoes, and it's, nice, cold, refreshing. I love, love, love it.
This doesn't look as good.
Here we have olivier, which is the most probably traditional salad you can think of.
Yeah, it's potato salad.
What's inside?
So usually it's carrots, potatoes, green peas, mayonnaise.
Maybe like pickles. And you can have like chicken or ham, and like sometimes it's a lot of mayonnaise, depends on how you like it. This one doesn't have too much mayonnaise.
Yeah, ham, I guess, yeah. The one more traditional is like a bologna type thing. I've never had chicken in an olivier, but it just gets to me when people, see something and they stare. Like, she had to pick up that friggin' plate and be like, what? It's potato salad. I mean, with just a few extra things in it. You're looking at it like a friggin' caveman. Like, what is this? What is this? Potatoes with mayo. A potato salad.
I love this salad.
Nostrovia.
Bro, you seriously gonna say Nostrovia?
There's a lot of different flavors that I can't really quite get a read on.
It's delicious.
It is delicious.
Is this egg salad? No, is this egg potato salad? Is this fish potato salad? It's not bad. It tastes like potato salad, but there's some extra in here.
You want any more?
Yeah.
There's nothing left.
It looks like cake, but I
Oh, yeah. Okay, this one, yeah. Okay, my mom loves this stuff. So, селедка под шубой. Shuba is like a fur, right? So, and селедка is herring. And pod means under. So it's herring under, fur, so to speak. Like a shuba, a covering, right? So at the bottom you have herring. And over it you have like a various copious amount of different things. It's usually served cold. But you have egg, you have beets, you have onions. I mean, it's basically like a fish cake. Not one of my favorite things, but I don't like fish.
I know it's not. It's like a lot of different shades of pink.
Yeah.
Which I don't really know how that works.
Селедка под шубой, which is herring under a coat.
So on top, you have sliced eggs, cheese, a layer of mayonnaise.
Cheese.
Then you have beets, potatoes. Then you have
yes, potatoes, yes.
herring.
Pickled herring.
Pickled herring,
yeah.
and then more potatoes.
The cheese part I have never heard of, but again, could be a thing. Like you have to remember Ukraine, some Slavic, states also. We share a lot of different cuisines, and it is a huge country, right? So there are many different, regional things when it comes to, just like in the United States. I mean, there are certain ways that burgers, fried chicken, Louisiana fried chicken versus Kansas fried chicken, right? But cheese, I don't see how cheese would play a role in this. It doesn't sound like it fits.
Yeah, I think for this one we just dive
I'm
in.
nervous. I'm like sweating. No.
That one I agree on, okay? That one I agree on, and yes, this is a very traditional Russian dish. Like I said, my mom loves it. We have some in the fridge right now, by the way. My mom loves this stuff.
Ooh. It doesn't taste bad.
It does. It does.
Oh,
like-
it's hitting me more.
Okay, this one I can agree with.
Mayonnaise.
You know how Willy Wonka crafted like a candy that was like dinner in your mouth and it went through courses?
Yeah.
I feel like this is the worst dinner you could possibly have. Because at first it starts out and you're like, oh, you just ate a bunch of mayonnaise.
Yeah, Russians do love very salty things. So yeah, like fish is a huge staple in Russian food. Herring is, of course, one of the most popular known ones, but there's all types of fish soups, cold fish dishes, warm fish dishes, fish salads, fish cakes, fish kotlety. Like I said, kotlety, like hammer, they make like fish cakes. I mean, fish is huge, as well as, but you know, everything else, pork, chicken, veal. But fish is a big thing, but it's just the Russian palate. And again, I'm not generalizing everybody. I'm just saying the majority. And again, what I've been exposed to within, you know, Ukrainian family. And also, of course, growing up close to Brighton Beach, which is Little Odessa. And going to supermarkets on a weekly basis for my mom, meaning Russian supermarkets that only sell Russian food. Very, you know, they love salty things. They just love everything. Pickled tomatoes, pickled watermelon, which is delicious, by the way. If you've not tried pickled watermelon, try it. Absolutely fantastic. Pickled pickles, of course, but just like Americans, you know, the stereotype of Americans love to fry everything. They fry pickles, they fry donuts, they fry Twinkies, they fry Oreos, they fry everything. Russians love to pickle things. Pickled everything. Pickled cabbage, which is actually also really good. And it goes perfectly after you take a shot of vodka, which is the only time you would say na zdarovye. Like if you want to say something proper before you eat or you see someone eating, you would say something like приятного аппетита. You know, like a good appetite. You know, enjoy your food type of thing. Приятного аппетита. That's something you would say.
And then you start tasting like pickly stuff. And then there's just this nasty aftertaste in the back of your mouth.
It's a
Yeah,
hard pass for me.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, please.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I don't want to see it
Next.
anymore.
Is it literally just a tomato?
We have the pickle.
Oh, wow, the pickled tomato. There we go. I was just talking about it, and there it is, the pickled tomato. And they do have, I prefer the green tomatoes. Green pickled tomatoes are the best ones, not the red ones.
Pickled tomato. Russians pickle everything. You can have like pickled watermelon,
Apples.
They pickle apples.
Yeah.
How do you eat the whole thing?
Is that not how you eat it?
Yeah, go ahead, son.
What?
Usually it didn't look very pickled though, because usually the skin on the outside looks like really wrinkly when it's like pickled very well. Like the skin just peels off when you bite into it because of all the pickling, you know, it just starts to wrinkle up. So I don't know, that didn't look very pickled to me.
I love this. Is this like a pickled
It
tomato?
is so good. So good.
I don't trust it.
I think y'all just witnessed me discovering my new favorite snack.
Ah, ikra. So this is, you know, this is very, very popular. Russians love caviar because, again, with the salt, you know, there's nothing that can fulfill that salty need more than ikra. Русские любят, конечно, красную... Okay, I'm sorry, I started speaking Russian. Russians love red caviar, very popular. This from the salmon variety. But, of course, they love black caviar. Any Russian food store you go into, you are going to find all different types of caviars. Black caviar, red caviar. Then they have even, you know, baklajani, which is like eggplant caviar. Then they have the imitation caviar. There's all different types of caviars. I actually do like eggplant caviar. It's very good. It's called baklajani.
As traditional as you can get, white bread with some butter and some ikra, which is baby eggs, fish eggs.
Yeah.
They would
Caviar.
go to the movies or something, and in the Soviet Union, when they would go out, they would just get like some bread with ikra. Like that
Yes.
was just like the snack that you would munch on all the time.
When
Yeah.
I went to the beach with my grandparents, it was a boiled egg, cucumbers, and that ripped in
Yeah.
like...
Really?
Yeah.
What happens when they get hot?
Yeah, well, that's...
Yeah. But the reason why most of them like red caviar is obviously because it's much cheaper. Like I get my mom caviar sometimes. So, you know, obviously we're not talking about beluga type black caviar, which is thousands and thousands of dollars, but, you know, like a little tin of caviar, you know, something like this big, you know, it's going to run you about 50, 60 bucks for a little tiny tin. But you can get like a big glass jar of red caviar for like, you know, 15, 16 bucks. And actually Jacob really loves red caviar. He calls it red balls. And I always say, yeah, Jacob, you love red balls, but Baba's a big fan of them black balls. My mom does not appreciate that.
Growing up Russian.
Do you like ikra?
I do. It's you have to be in the mood for it.
Yeah.
I enjoy personally not to be bougie.
Yeah.
Black caviar, it's not as fishy.
But it's just a lot saltier than typical. I feel like I need to drink a gallon of water with every bite I take.
I don't hate it, but I don't think
finally.
I'd actively be like, oh, I want this
Yeah.
egg bread.
Like, yo, y'all
Egg
want me to
bread? Really?
They're sardines.
Really? Egg bread? Szproty, yeah, sardines. Yes, the Russians do love sardines. But again, I don't understand why these are holiday foods. These are not holiday foods. There are very specific foods that are, you know, holiday foods. These are more just everyday foods that Russians eat. And szproty on bread, you know, usually just eat them out of the can, you know. But I would love if they gave them some tushonka, which is basically canned meat parts in a gelatin. You open up this, my mom eats this stuff, I don't know how, and it just has like a picture of a pig on it, but you know all the parts of the pig inside that can are only the parts that they legally just cannot sell anywhere else. It is the most disgusting thing I have ever seen. And I really hope if they're going down this route that they show холодец. If they don't, I'll explain what it is. It's another one of those weird Russian foods I don't like.
Sardines on white bread, butter. We're simple people. I think I used to love these as a kid, but I have not had them in years.
They're golden sardines. Are sardines aren't gold, are they?
Don't they look like covered in gold?
They do look kind of golden. Do they always look golden?
I swear to God, if these are gold-plated sardines, you are wasting your money.
Oh no.
This is delicious. Literally, it's like
It's
a
so
nice
simple.
smoked, like salty fish. It doesn't taste like caviar. It doesn't taste like the pickled herring. It's not fishy. It's more like oily and salty.
It tastes like a small, like just little cooked fish.
I'm gonna finish this whole piece of toast. This is great. It looks like cake.
Napoleon. Napoleon, yes. This is a very, very traditional and delicious pastry. So all it is basically very fine pieces of almost like phyllo dough. And it's very difficult to make because you just got to stack, and because the dough is so tiny, and then there's cream in between each slice. So layer cream, layer cream, layer like 20, 30 layers sometimes, depending on the size of the dough that you're using. But it is so delicious. It's basically a custard, but it just hits you on so many levels.
Smells.
Does it smell like fish?
No, it smells.
This is your favorite cake, right?
Yeah.
This is called Napoleon.
The taste, I like creamy stuff. Like
Yeah.
lobster tails and all that stuff.
Oh,
The reason
okay.
I really like this cake is because it's not too sweet. This feels like very light, very flaky, and just like you can eat a lot of it without getting sick.
That's good. That's good cake.
Is it cake? Is it a pastry?
It's a
Is this
pastry,
Fish
yeah.
potato salad? This is more like bread.
So that's basically
hell is
like
wrong
the
with
most
you?
iconic things that you're gonna see at every table.
You know, maybe I just won't go to that many Soviet holiday parties.
Herring under the coat?
We don't want you.
Pickled tomatoes. You got renewed. For
Yeah,
that
we don't
this
want
season?
you there.
At
Trust
home?
me.
If you're bored,
Yo, no disrespect, but trust me, we don't want you there, lady. You've been disinvited from the Russian picnic. Your services are no longer necessary. We're good. But, I mean, overall, they did cover a lot of, you know, traditional dishes. But again, you know, they were saying, you know, because in the title it says holiday dishes, and that's kind of what threw me off. So a few like very specific holiday, like if you're having company over and you're making like, you know, a big dinner type thing. I mean, number one, you're first going to have some kind of soup. So of course, one of the most famous ones is borscht, which is a beet-based soup. And you have red borscht and you have green borscht, which is more celery-based. Then you have a really good fish-based soup called ucha. And then you're going to have, you know, just a whole bunch of different appetizers, starters. Like whenever I take people to Russian restaurants, especially, you know, American people for the first time, they are overwhelmed by the amount of food, right? Because basically they serve you 3 courses, but each course is like 3 courses in itself, right? So you have all kinds of cold cuts and meats and salads, and you have the olivier, and you have like beet salads, like there's sir s чесником, which is delicious. It's a shredded cheese salad with garlic, a little bit of mayo to bind it, and it's got that cheddar cheese with that garlic taste to it. Absolutely delicious. Vinaigrette, which is a potato and beet mix salad. It's very refreshing. It's diced potatoes, diced beets, onions in almost like a vinaigrette. You know, that's why it's called Russian vinaigrette. Shashliki, that's another big one. Shish kebabs. You're going to see a lot of shish kebabs. You're also going to see galuptsi. Galuptsi are wonderful. It's stuffed cabbage, basically, is what it is. So it's stuffed cabbage. The cabbage is boiled, and then you fill it with whatever meat you prefer, chicken, pork, beef, veal, whatever it is, and then you drizzle it in a tomato sauce. Delicious. Blini. Blini is another big, like, if you got a holiday party coming up, you're going to have blini. They're basically crepes, and they're filled with various different things. So you can have them filled with cherries. You can have them filled with cheese. When I mean cheese, I mean sweet cheeses like farmer cheese with raisins and things of that nature. Absolutely wonderful. You can have them with meat. And then they roll them up into just little burrito-looking things, but they're much smaller. You're going to have pirashiki. So a lot of times they refer to what Russians would call vareniki, which are kind of like, you know, little raviolis stuffed with either, again, potato, meat, cheese, whatever it is, and they call those pirogis. You know, oh man, I love pierogies. But actually, piragi, are more like stuffed, I wouldn't call it knishes, because knishes are square, but more like a stuffed pastry that's stuffed with sauteed cabbage, meat. Again, you could stuff it basically with anything you want, right? And the dough is fairly sweet sometimes, or those are like the baked pirashki, but then you have the fried, like deep fried, and then it's just, you know, just dough that's deep fried with, again, meat, potato, and again, like mashed potatoes with onions, sauteed onions, like absolutely delicious stuff. So again, I could go on and on about this, but those would have been more like holiday type foods. These are just more like basic day-to-day type foods. You know, sardines, ikra, selyotka под шубой. I mean, this is stuff I get from my mom on a weekly basis, right, when I go shopping for her. But either way, very interesting video. I did love it because, again, I love doing stuff that I am very familiar with and I can educate people on, and a lot of people are interested in my Russian heritage, knowledge, and of course food is something that's universal along with music. So again, if you enjoy the video, let me know. I would love to do more of these. Drop me any suggestions on topics that you would like me to cover. If you want me to do more food-based videos, or if you want me to do other videos, be more than glad to. And again, thank you guys so much. As always, if you want to support the show, you know what to do, and if you don't, here you go. Ways to support Teacher Ready. Under each video, join button, YouTube membership, click, select level. In the description, Discord, join, have fun. In the description also, Patreon, click, select level. In the description, donate, PayPal. Merch store, t-shirts. Email addresses in the description, and yes, I know I look like Bert Kreischer. Thank you for watching, fam, and I will catch you next time.